edition of the Cheesesteaks and Takes podcast show, the only multi-generational Philadelphia sports podcast show. This is June 23rd, NBA 2026 draft night, with the Sixers prepared to take the 22nd overall pick unless they trade up or back. We'll see what happens. But first, I want to talk about this World Cup that's been going on, fellas. The World Cup, a lot of teams are deep into their final group stage game in the 2026 World Cup, with the USA in first place in their group with their last match against Turkey coming up on Thursday. We have Portugal today, put in a big performance. Ronaldo had 2 goals. We've seen the Messi heroics. Mbappe, a lot of big stars have showed up at this World Cup. So, Chuck, I want to kick it to you first. I know you had a couple of thoughts on what's been going on. What do you have to say?
I wouldn't say thoughts. What I would say is I'm new to soccer. The last time the World Cup was happening, I kind of had a little on as like background noise. I really wasn't watching it too much, but I've been kind of into this. It's interesting. I really am, for the first time in my life, like enjoying the skill level of these players. I've told my kids for years when it comes to basketball, and I've mentioned this on this podcast before. If you want to know the IQ of a basketball player, watch how they pass. And watching the players set up goals has been super impressive to me. Like the way they do it, it's I've been in awe, and I've been really enjoying like the whole the whole thing. So I want to shout out to the World Cup. So so it's interesting. So I've been trying to like, well, who am I going to root for in the World Cup? You know, of course I'm going to root for the United States. I didn't think they would do as well as they've been doing. So beforehand, I was like, well, let me see what I'm going to do. So I went to my 23andMe, and I was like, okay. I was like, where do I come from? So I'm like 29% Nigerian, right? And they're not in the World Cup. I found out the hard way.
No, that's me too. I'm
Yeah.
33% Nigerian.
And then
So listen,
I'm
I'm just
like,
going with the next African nation.
yeah. So I went to, I'm like 24% like Guianese or Ghanaian or whatever that is.
Guyanese. No?
Yeah.
Guyanese
So
or not
it's for
Ghanaian.
Ghana. So whatever a
Oh,
Ghana
Ghanaian.
person
Ghanaian.
is, that's
Guyanese.
Okay.
I'm like 24% of that.
I'm
So I'm like,
familiar with
okay, I can rock with them there. And they were playing today. But also, if you go down my 23andMe, I'm also like 20% European, and it's
Right.
like British and Scottish.
Right.
So I'm like, I had England playing Ghana for my heart today. Like, it was like the Chuck Bowl, and it ended in a 0-0 tie. Even though it seemed like England was like dominating, and again, from what I'm seeing, they were dominating like the game. Most of the play was on their side of the what do they call it?
Pitch.
The field,
Pitch.
the pitch. They had they must have tripled them in like shots on goal. But it just ended in a 2-2 tie. Excuse me, a 0-0 tie. Excuse me. But it was an entertaining game. I do have some questions real quick before we kind of move away from here real quick. Well, this is an observation. There's no like, how the Knicks came back from like 29 points down and won a game. It seems like that never happens in soccer. It seems like the
Rarely.
team who scores first most likely going to win the game. There's no like big comebacks that I noticed, and I thought that was kind of a little disappointing. Um, like time at the end of the game, it seems like there's a mystery on when a game ends. What is that?
Yeah,
Like
it's
there's no like no one knows when it's going to end. It just
yeah. Well, so you know the stoppage time, right? The time that's added on at the end of a game. So
oh who did does anyone know like how much stoppage time is?
Yeah, they
It
keep
just
track of it. They keep track of it. Like if some guys rolling on the field faking an injury and the referee has to come over, like that's that goes into stoppage time. Like how much time does it take for this guy to get up, stop faking, get up, and start playing again? So it adds up over the course of a game. It's just seconds.
Oh,
So at the end of each half,
The
they will
clock never
add the stoppage
stops.
times. Yeah, the clock never
okay.
stops.
But why don't they put, oh, it's
They
6 minutes and 55
correct.
seconds left of stop? Why don't they put that on there?
They do. They at the end of each half, if it's 45 minutes, the half is 45 minutes for each half, right?
Mm-hmm.
When it gets to 45, you'll see a +5 or a +6. That's the stoppage time. So you just add or 6 minutes onto the 45.
Oh,
You
maybe I look
understand?
at that. Yes.
No.
But then
Okay.
What was your?
sometimes you'll see games go over. Like if a team has possession and is looking like they're about to score, the
Right.
ref might let the game go on a little bit longer, but
Correct.
not they don't get much. Like I saw what was the game we were watching where a team had a free kick and somebody's attacking third. I think it was Sen. Was it Sen? It was an African nation, and the referee blew the game. They didn't let them take the free kick, which I've never seen before. But usually when a team has the ball and the stoppage time has come to a conclusion, the refs will let the game go a little bit
It
longer.
will, okay. Interesting.
And to
It,
answer your first question, um, like you rarely see big comebacks because once a team takes a lead, they could change their approach to the game and they could kind of play keep away to a certain extent. They could become a more defensive oriented team
mm,
to just keep just to keep the other team at bay
yeah.
in simple terms.
It just doesn't seem as and again, I've been enjoying myself watching it, but it doesn't seem as exciting because whoever scored first seemed like they're going to win. At minimum, they're going to tie.
It
Um,
will
the,
be once it goes further, like more teams that match up, they're going to be um because right now you see a lot of great teams play some bad teams. But
got it.
like when it comes to the round of 16, the better teams are going to play each other. There'll be more exciting matches. I would
Got
assume.
it. Can
So
you foul out of a soccer game?
now
Like
you
I've
can
seen
get red
That's what a
you can
red
get
card
red
is.
carded. You can
so
get
what does
red
that mean?
carded out. Well,
So
like
you get
if
a
you
red card, you're out
foul,
of the game?
no, you get like no,
Yes.
yeah, if you get a red card,
So
you're out of the game. But typically, if it's like a over the top foul, they'll give you a yellow card, which is a warning. You get another yellow card, you're out. Two yellows equal one red.
Okay. But like if it's like but they do have like fouls where you just don't get any cards, right?
Yeah,
Or no?
Correct.
yeah.
But they don't count, they don't add up and you're
No,
like disqualified?
Those
no.
fouls, no,
It
no, no,
only
no.
starts adding up once you get a yellow card.
Got it. Okay. Just two more questions. Or one question and one observation. What's considered an offsides? I was watching, I forgot what game it was. It was a goal and they went to replay and they said, "No, bro, you were offsides." I'm like, well, I couldn't even tell. But by the way, I'm watching it in Spanish, so no, I can't really understand. I'm
Telemundo.
watching it on Peacock, which is all in Spanish. So I don't. I'm sure the announcers are explaining it to people. I just don't understand it.
Yeah,
Go
so
ahead, son.
offsides is when the offensive team has a player that is behind the opposing team's defense when a pass is being played. So like if a pass is being played, say the US have the ball and they make a pass to a player and he's behind the defensive line of the other team, that's offside.
Hmm.
So you have to be either level or
In
behind
front
or
or
in
in
front,
front.
I should say, of the opposing defense to
But
be
the ball
on.
could be in the air. Can the ball like be traveling?
So as the ball is kicked, you have to be either level or in front. If it's by the time the ball is kicked. So if by the time the ball is kicked, your player is behind the defensive line. That's offside.
Okay. All right. And this my last observation. LeBron will go crazy in this league because the flopping that's happening is impressive.
I,
He would be
I
the
wanted to
goat. He would
I
be the
wanted to say
goat.
something about the because I've been watching too. Like I see, like once all the Europeans started coming to the NBA, like I see why everyone started flopping because they probably just started doing this in soccer.
Troy, who do you think started flopping?
Who start flopping?
Who was the first player that you remember flopping? Really? I wonder if it's the same person. I think it is.
Can I guess?
Yeah,
Yeah, go ahead.
What year are we talking about?
I'm thinking like uh, 90, probably 90, 99, 2000 in that range.
Shaq.
I was gonna say
Well, Shaq was the
The
Shaq was a
recipient of
flopper.
being flopped against.
But Shaq
I was
was
gonna
also a
s-
full
I was gonna
flopper.
say Manu, but like that sounds too early.
Oh no, I know who you're talking about.
Who?
Vladi.
Vladi, exactly. It was Vladi.
Vladi Divac.
He brought that from
He
Europe
did. He did.
to the United
He
States.
did. He truly did.
Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's a good call. No, the Europeans gifted us the flopping in the NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know when that started in soccer, but I feel like when Neymar came onto the scene, he kind of took it to another level with the way
Oh,
that
dude,
he
I
went
was-
to the ground.
I was impressed. Everybody's like,
Like you
Like
You
they
think they're
were
getting
dying.
shot?
see a guy like get like a cleat to the shin and like it looks like they got shot.
he gets kicked in the shin and he grabs his head. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
But I
I
respect
just
it.
wanted on record for the
Listen.
audience that I'm baseball Spanish, not soccer Spanish. So the Puerto Rican is just going to stay silent during this soccer conversation.
Listen, I had to get those questions answered. Okay, now that I kind of know, I'll have even more enjoyable experience watching the rest of the games. Go Ghana. They're tied to that. They tied to that. I think they're 1-0-1. I think they might make it to the knockout round. Do you have any updates on Ghana for me, Cope?
Yeah, they won their first
No, they
match.
tied.
They won their first match and
They
then
won their
tied
first
again
game.
today. So they're one in.
Oh, they in the knockout round?
They
Yeah.
advanced. They're
They
tied.
advanced.
Okay. All right, that's my team.
First time in 16 years. Last time they played the U.S. in the knockout round, beat the U.S. and then lost to Uruguay.
Oh, really? Okay. That's
Colby,
the motherland.
How well is Haiti doing?
I don't think
They're
he's
not
gonna-
doing well.
Oh, they're
Yeah,
in.
I don't- they're not going to advance. I don't think so.
Shout out to Haiti, though. Shout out to all the Haitians.
Yeah, they lost their first two matches. I'm pretty sure they might have an outside chance of making third place, but they're probably eliminated at this point.
All right, that's my World Cup breakdown.
We got Panama, Croatia right now.
What games have you watched? Zed?
What games have I watched?
Like what team?
I watched everything I could watch. I was watching last night when you came downstairs, and I was watching. I watched.
That doesn't answer my question.
I don't remember the teams. You put me on the spot. I don't remember.
What about
I
Argentina?
was gonna
know-
say, did you watch?
I
Did
saw
you
the
watch
game
Spain?
today. I watched
Did you watch Spain?
Portugal and
Wait, who did Spain just play? I forgot. I watched that game.
I watched Portugal blow out somebody today.
Yeah, Portugal.
Spain
won.
just
Yeah, they did
played-
win. They did win 5-0, Colby.
They played 2 days ago. Saudi. I was watching the Saudi
Saudi Arabia.
in Spain game, and I haven't really watched Lamine Yamal play. He kind of started playing after I stopped paying attention to soccer, but like he's special. He's only like 18, right?
Yeah,
18
yeah,
years
he's
old.
good.
Like it seemed like every time he got to the ball, like I don't really know like that much about. Like I played soccer when I was younger. I started liking Messi. Like I used to have a jersey I used to wear like every day, but I didn't really have a like way to watch it because like didn't have streaming and stuff back then. But like, so I don't really know like what I'm looking for. Like I'm not really sure like what to look for in soccer, like when I'm watching a professional soccer game. But like it seems like Yamal, like and guys like that, like you could just tell the difference of like the amount of pressure they put like on the other team, like on the goal.
Yeah.
It seemed like every time he got the ball, like he was making either an opportunity for his teammate or like getting a good shot on the goal, and he just has it on a string somehow.
Yeah, he's a great player, especially to be so young.
What country is that?
He
Spain.
plays for Spain.
This is-
Yeah, I think what separates Lamine Yamal is his IQ at such a young age. People talk about how smart he is, getting guys opportunities. He's a great passer, very creative. He thinks like 2 steps ahead, which is so impressive for an 18-year-old. And yeah, like Noah, you said, when he gets the ball, like you see 3, 4 guys attract to the ball when he has it, and that just shifts the entire defense and opens up opportunities. So yeah, he's and he got his first World Cup goal in that game. So he's definitely broke onto the scene.
In the defense I was watching in that game, like you could just see the difference between Spain and Saudi Arabia, just like on the defensive side. Like it seemed like every time Saudi got to the got in the box, it seemed like someone from Spain was like, either tackling it and kicking it out, resetting. So they have their numbers back. Like it was impressive. I think they beat him like 4-0 or something.
Yeah, 4-0. Dad, what's been your biggest takeaway from the World Cup? I know you had Argentina as one of your teams that you previewed.
Yeah, my biggest takeaway is that I was completely wrong about Messi not playing many minutes because he's 38 years old.
You're
He
such an
proved me
ageist.
wrong, and I love that he did. Dude, like I didn't expect him to play this many minutes. I didn't expect him to start, not only start, but he's proven why he's considered the best player ever. He's just magical.
Is he, in your
Um,
opinion, the best player ever, Troy?
he's in my opinion, yeah. Like at one point, of course, it was Pele. Just coming from the era that we came from, Chuck, and it was Pele for the longest time. But like Messi is he's just a great player. And Kobe and I used to go back and forth between Messi. I was a Messi fan. He was a Ronaldo fan. And Ronaldo, he played great today. I think you know what? I think Ronaldo played the way he played because of Messi and Mbappe.
Of course.
Like they put on some great shows in the first 2 matches, and Ronaldo did not play well in his first match, and he's probably like, yeah, I got to step my game up. I
It's
know him
funny you
better
say
than
that.
this.
Go ahead, no, I'm sorry.
I was gonna say like I saw like after the game today, like someone asked him about Messi and he like just like shrugged the reporter off
Yeah,
and like asked for the next one.
Oh, really? Really?
I think that's one of the cool things about soccer is that little rivalry between Ronaldo and Messi, like they acknowledge it every time they're asked about it. Like they're cordial off the field, but they like want to be better than each other, and they're not afraid to like let the media know, let other people know that like, oh, I got the edge. And I mean, Messi, he's very laid back and cool, but Ronaldo, yeah, like he's not afraid to nudge that little rivalry.
Yeah, just I watched his goals today, and it's funny you say that, Troy, because I didn't think of that. Like the whole he didn't play well in the first couple games, and he kind of really wanted it. Like he seemed like he seemed so emotional after the goals, and I know it's the biggest stage, I guess, for soccer or
yeah.
football, but he seemed like really just like take that. Like I can't really explain it. It was like a determination in his eye that I don't watch it that much, but I was like, wow, it's dude's really intense about this.
Yeah, and I
So
think
it seemed like he really wanted it.
he just became the first player to score in 6 World Cups. Kobe,
Yeah.
is
Okay.
that right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been around a long time. Listen, he's 41.
Hold up, give me some reference. Where does he rank all time for you guys? Like Ronaldo.
Yo,
If Messi's
probably
one, where
top.
is he?
Probably
He's
like
probably
number
top 5.
Okay,
He's top 5.
okay.
Yeah.
So he's in that level.
I mean, it's been the conversation who's the best player ever
Could be
for a
like
while
2.
between Messi and Ronaldo. So you can easily make the argument he's 2.
Yeah,
It
easy.
depends. It depends
One.
what type of player you prefer. Like the Messi and like Ronaldo, like the fan rivalries. Like it seems like on every post of like either of them, like it's just like the fans going at it. Like it's kind of draining. I I prefer Messi. Like I think he's just a better He's a better passer, better dribbler. He's pretty much like on a scoring level, the same scoring level as him. I think he like. It just depends like what type of player you prefer, I guess.
Hmm.
They play like different positions as well, but
Oh, really?
like
I-
kind of.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Messi's
Interesting.
always
I don't know.
naturally played either on the right wing or in the center attacking midfield position. Ronaldo in his prime was a left winger and then evolved into a striker in his later years.
Hmm.
So,
They were feeding him too. I know we're probably a little long on World Cup. His teammates were like looking for him.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the nature of his position or they were just trying to get him a goal. I don't know. Really
I think they were trying to get him a goal. And you saw the same thing with Argentina also. They would like there were times where some guys had some shots on Argentina, and they just waited for Messi to come into the picture, slip him a nice pass so he can get a shot at it. And he was taking advantage of it.
Can you? This is my last question. As
You said that before.
True.
You said that
I
like
know.
10 minutes ago.
this because I'm having a good time watching this. Could you guys put in perspective what the country that tied Spain?
oh, Cape Verde?
Yeah. Put in perspective like what they're doing. Can you give me like an analogy of like, is it like Willingboro High School beating the Sixers? Like, give me what is?
It would be like,
Well, I wouldn't say that because they tied.
yeah. It would be, oh God, I don't know, like the women's Olympic team. No, I wouldn't even say that because they probably could beat the men's Olympic team. Um,
No, they can't.
yeah, I know. We're gonna have this conversation, but anyway. Um,
I mean,
it would be like NCAA champion beating the Knicks.
Okay.
But they didn't beat them.
Like they belong on the same
It's if they
field.
tied the Knicks.
If they tied the Knicks, they belong on the same court, but in no way do you expect them to. You don't expect it to be really a close game.
Yamal didn't.
Like that
Yamal
wasn't
didn't play in that game, right?
he did. He came off the bench. He didn't start.
Okay.
Like you didn't expect that to be a tie going into it.
No, yeah, Spain looked like they needed still time to warm up. They're a young team. Like Lamin's playing in his first World Cup. They have a guy Pedri who's really young. They're not really established. Like they haven't won with this core yet. So I'm sure they had some butterflies going into that first game. And when you play a team like that, they're just gonna sit back, absorb pressure, and it's hard for a team like Spain to score against a team that just sits back like that. But then you saw them kind of wake up
typically
against Saudi
that's what's-
Arabia.
And typically that's what Spain does, right? They catch a lead, and they're going to sit back on you.
Yeah, they're a possession style team. Yeah,
This-
they'll keep the ball away.
I'm watching the Croatia game right now, and like Luka Modric. I don't know how to pronounce his name. Is that how you pronounce it?
Modric.
Modric. He kind of reminds me of like Steve Nash a little bit.
That's not a bad comparison. He's like also
he-
38.
He kind of looks like him.
Play
He
style
just made
similar.
he just made like a crazy pass too, like from midfield.
Steve Nash is also a very good soccer player.
That's true. That is very true. Luka Modric is nice. He's nice, but he's past his prime.
Did you guys see Embiid at the game? At one of the games?
Yeah.
What jersey did he have on?
Brazil?
Was,
The Bra-
was it Brazil? Okay.
His wife's Brazilian.
Okay. He shouldn't be in the lab. It's okay for him to just be at the
Can
be at a soccer game. I'm just asking questions. I don't know.
Yeah, he's
Secondly-
it's the World Cup.
It's fine.
It's the World Cup.
The soccer pitch is like technically his lab. Like that's where he learned how to play basketball.
Okay. All right, we'll see what happens next season.
See what happens. Speaking of Joel
I could-
Embiid, might get some help tonight from the
Let's
Sixers
go.
front office, from the organization, depending on who they select at 22. We've talked about a lot of names, fellas. We've talked about scenarios, trading up. Should we trade back? Who should the Sixers look at? You know, we've seen the Giannis trade lately that happened. Milwaukee Bucks got a haul. Now they'll be picking at 10 and 13, I believe. But the Sixers still at 22. Guys, final thoughts about the draft. Where do the Sixers go? Who do they take? Chuck, kick it to you first. What do you think they're going to do tonight?
Well, first of all, I want to make sure, especially the people on this podcast, I want you guys to really temper your expectations on this pick. That this is not VJ of last year that's going to come in and, like, to use Kobe's term, change the culture of the Sixers. I think they can get a piece that can help them long term, and hopefully, I'm hoping that they go after a rim running big to eventually take over and beat. That also complements their guards. So I'm hoping that happens. But I'm not expecting that person to have a VJ like experience. And I'm only saying that because as I'm listening to talk radio and podcasts, I think some of the fans are, you know, for the 22nd pick. And I know this is a deep draft, but they're expecting more than I think what this pick is capable of doing.
So who
As
would
you
you
guys
like?
know, I think Jaden
Oh, okay.
Quinces is the greatest player I've ever seen. And I think the Sixers should take a chance on him. I totally understand why they won't and why most teams won't. They're scared. He's got an injury history, but it doesn't seem like this is not like 1972. You can come back from an ACL. It's not like that's not a really a major injury anymore. But I think he's like that archetype of player is what I'm hoping the Sixers go for. Someone who can play defense, is super switchable, that can rim run, that can take some lobs, and be a presence. But I know they're not going to take him. And Coda Pete, we kind of talked about him in the chat. I really like him. Like his highlights are amazing. I think I mentioned he looks like Blake Griffin to me, both physically, facially, his dunks. But I have not. It's like finding Bigfoot when I'm trying to find footage of him shooting anything outside the paint. And that kind of worries me. I don't think you can be an NBA player anymore, unfortunately. The game has changed so much. You can't be an NBA player anymore if you can't shoot threes. And it doesn't look like he seems like he's far away from that. Maybe one day, but Sixers can't wait that long. And this is my final thought. I think as much as we love Maxey, he's a win now player. He's now in his mid-20s. It'd be tough for me if the Sixers draft like a teenager who is a couple years away, and then Maxey's in his late 20s, and then that person is may or may not work. Who knows? And then they may have to move on from Maxey just because they just don't have a piece that complements him right now. So I'm hoping they get a somewhat of an impact player. I'm not expecting that person to change anything about the Sixers, necessarily, but that Jaden Quinces type who can play defense. I mean, at minimum, if you can just play defense on this team and just run the court, I'm hoping they find somebody in that mold. And it could be Coda P too, because I'm seeing that a lot. A lot of mock drafts with him in there. So that's my thoughts.
That's a fair point about Maxey and his win right now age. and where he is in his
You're
career.
such
But
an
like,
ageist. You're such an ageist.
well, where he is in his career at this point in time,
I
right?
know. I know. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Um, but I think it's hard. I mean, with the 22nd pick, it's kind of hard to not pick what's going to be available, and most likely what's going to be
Yeah.
available is nothing but a bunch of 18, 19, 20 year olds, right?
Yeah.
Um,
I
my
guess.
go
Go ahead. I'm
ahead.
sorry.
No,
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 go
no,
ahead.
no. Go ahead. No, I
No,
guess
no.
what I'm saying is I don't mind. Like VJ was like 19, 20 when he came, but he was
Mm-hmm.
ready to play. I just don't think
Mm-hmm.
you get a teenager that's a project. That might be
Yeah.
rough. And again, I don't
Yeah.
know college basketball that well to know. But if they say, "Hey, we're picking this guy because we like what he's going to give us in a few years," I think that's going to waste a lot of Maxi's years. Um, and we might be looking at an AJ Brown situation where we may have to move him
Yeah. I
for
just don't think
this.
you're going to have much of a choice at this point in
Yeah,
time with that pick. So,
yeah, you're probably
I,
right.
I will say my guy is Morez Johnson. Obviously,
Oh yeah,
before the combine, he was slated to be around where the Sixers are picking. Obviously, that's gone. Um, I would like there's a Morez Johnson. There's a poor man's Morez Johnson in this draft that I wouldn't mind taking. I don't know if I'd take him with the 22nd pick. I'd try to trade down and maybe get another second round pick. Either trade down and get a second round pick or buy a second round pick from another team, and that's Zuby Ojefor from St. John's.
okay.
He's of that Morez Johnson mold. I like him. He's a dog. He's a team player. He just wants to win. I love him. I would love him on the Sixers. I don't know if the Sixers are going to get him, or make the moves to get him, unless they get a second round pick. I don't even know if he makes it to the second round anymore. Outside of him, it looks like from what I'm seeing is, Dalen Swain, which is Kobe's boy, he's going to be around there, and Chris Sinak.
Yeah, I
Like
like
it may
Chris
be one
Sinak
of those two
too.
guys. But
He looks
I
like a
like Terrace,
baller.
huh?
Chris Sinak looks like a baller. He looks like KD, but his production is that's
Yeah.
Troy. Ironically, that's the type of player where I'm worried about them taking because I think he does have talent, but it might take a couple years for him to get there.
Instead of him, I would much rather have Terrace Reed. I think I'd take a shot on him from UConn.
Yeah, he's a little older, 22 years old.
Yeah, yeah, like I would take a shot on him
So, are you saying you take a shot on Terrace Reed if they bought a second round pick?
over.
Because I'm looking
Listen,
at like NBADraftNet.com and they have Terrace Reed 33rd pick in the second round,
yeah,
and then they have Zuby Okafor 36.
yeah,
So you
and
saying if they got a
everything's
second
different.
round
Like
pick?
ESPN has them, like it's all they're all over the place. I don't think
Yeah.
anyone really knows. And I guess it depends on like if you had these guys in for a workout, what you really like. Like at that point in time, between 25 and 33, it probably doesn't really matter. Like if you had any of those guys in a workout between 25 and 33, and you like the kid that's at 31 better than 25, then you're going to take the kid at 31. I mean, you're just going to take that kid
Oh,
no matter what pick you
yeah.
have. So for my money, I'd probably take a good look at Terrace Reed and decide on him. Like I would have probably had Reed and Sinak in there for a workout together, a one-on-one workout, and just go from there.
I know Sinak was there. I don't know if Reed was.
Yeah,
I know the
I don't
Sixers.
know if he was
I know
invited.
Sixers worked out Sinak. I
Yeah.
don't know about Reed. Um,
What do you hey Noah, like what do you like? Like what would you want the Sixers to have? A big man, a guard, or a swing man? What would you prefer?
So
Forget the names. Forget the names. Just position wise. What do you think we need the most?
um, I would say like a wing or a big.
Hmm.
I don't know. I'm not really. Panama almost just scored. I'm not really like excited or anything for like this draft. Like I don't think the Sixers are ever gonna do anything in my lifetime,
We feel
especially not
bad.
anytime soon. Especially not anytime soon. I don't think this player will like change anything for us. We're cursed. We suck. Yeah,
That's terrible.
that's what I have to say.
Wow,
It's tough.
folks. There we go.
It's
If you had
listen.
if you had to give us one name of a guy that stands out to you around the time the Sixers draft, who would that name be?
I mean, I would like Morez Johnson or Terrace Reed. Like I like Terrace Reed at UConn. You know, we never have a good backup big, and our star big never plays. So that would be nice to like get a big man that could come off the bench, have a spark instead of a Dembona and Andre Drummond. Like they have like two brain cells between the both of them.
It sounds like you want Jay and Quinson's.
I
I
don't
mean,
listen.
before he went to college, like I liked Jaden Quintons, but like he like didn't really play, and he's good on defense, but like he doesn't really do anything on offense or hasn't shown anything.
Yeah, he just turned 18 too. That's the other thing. Like he's super young.
I would rather get a young person.
He
We're not
came into
gonna.
college at 7.
It's
I've
like
been like stalking this dude.
you're talking about like win now. Like we're not gonna win now. Like, you might as well just go for the future.
We might as well trade Maxey. Is that what you're saying?
I didn't say that.
Okay, sounds like you're saying that.
We'll probably just let him rot in the team
Let me
like,
ask
for his whole
Chuck.
career, like Embiid.
Chuck, you wouldn't get PTSD if you drafted Jaden.
I would.
Like there would be so much PTSD
I
in
would.
Philadelphia.
I would. Yeah.
We can't
They were.
go through this again.
I would have so much respect for the new GM though if he did take him. But I would totally be nervous. Like it's. But it's only an ACL, Troy. That's like a sprained ankle nowadays.
I
It's not that big.
understand, but like a big man with bad knees, and he's 18.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's got bad knees. Like that's no
Yeah.
good. Now
Well, let me.
here's what I would do. Like if they happen to get a second round pick and he falls, I'd take a flyer then. But I'm not going to do it with the 22nd pick.
I love the idea of like them buying a pick or trading back. Like the Knicks have a few spots back. If they trade with the Knicks have a high second
Right.
rounder,
Hmm.
and the Knicks don't want to spend a lot of money, so maybe they just want like a one first rounder and not have to worry about anything. So that might be a thing. I do want to say, like, my first pick would be Morez Johnson. It's just I don't think he's gonna be there.
No,
That's
he
the
won't.
problem. Like he would be
He
my
might be
first pick.
top 10 the way people
Yeah,
are talking now.
What about like
yeah.
Axel Lindenberg?
I'm not a
Kobe
huge
and I had
Jackson
it.
guy.
Kobe and I had conversations about Yaxel. He's not a fan. I am.
Why not?
I think that he is super confident. I think he obviously believes in his ability and has skill, but I just don't think he doesn't do anything great. He does a lot of things well, a lot of things good, but I just don't. I think he's a little overrated. I just think he's a little overrated.
You know who he kind of
That's fair.
reminds me of? Like when I think about him, he reminds me a little bit of Danny Granger, where he's just a solid basketball player. And
You know his nick.
sometimes that's
You know
what
his
we
nickname.
need. Who? Yaxels?
You know what
What's
they
his
call him?
nickname? No,
He's
what?
a little older too, right? Isn't he like 20s?
Dominican
20?
LeBron.
23, 24. something like that.
Dominican LeBron.
Dominican
I
LeBron.
wouldn't go that far. I wouldn't
Yeah,
go that
okay. I
far.
wasn't really too like high in Yaxel, but then I saw like the other day, like apparently like he's a little older, but it's cause like he started playing basketball like kind of late. Like he didn't really take it seriously. Like I heard like his mom, he was like 18, and his mom was like telling him like, oh you're gonna have to be out the house soon, and then he just decided to like start playing basketball,
Yeah.
and like his first year playing, like he was kind of just like some like under the basket like dunker spot guy, and then he like turned into this, which it seems like he hasn't been playing basketball like seriously pretty long. So I think that he might be old, but maybe that gives him like some more chance to develop.
And that's the one thing that I love about Embiid. Like the biggest thing that I love about Embiid was his aptitude. And that's what I kind of see from Yaxel. Like the ability to get good or become a better player very fast, quickly. Um, so I like that. Like, his first year or 1 year, he shot 35% from three on 2 attempts. And then the next year he shoots 37% from three on 6 attempts. Like that's someone that's showing me that when he gets to the league and he starts working on his game, those numbers can also improve. So like I like the guy. I thought he was a good player at Michigan.
Highly recommend.
And
I like that,
if he falls, I would take him in a heartbeat.
Troy. I like that because
Highly
he seems,
recommend.
because of his
Yeah.
age, he seems like he may make an impact right away.
Right.
Yeah,
He'll fit the timeline of the guards.
Yeah.
I
And
do
I'm,
think he
and
would be
I
a
kind
steal
of
if he fell.
What'd you say, son?
and
I said I do think he would be a steal if he fell to the Sixers.
Oh, yeah. What'd you say, Noah?
I was gonna say, it seemed like Kobe was like complaining like about like his like attitude or whatever. Like he seemed full of himself. But I feel like we kind of need that. Like, we have no swagger on the Sixers. Like we have like
I
like
would-
run out dudes like Campaign and like.
We miss.
We'll
who
see
is-
if he
who
comes
is-
off the bench. I don't even
No,
know.
no. I was definitely I was using that as a compliment. Like that's a compliment that he's confident, in his
Like,
ability.
We have a
Like,
bunch
I
of
would-
bots on the Sixers.
Kobe, could you tell me why are they so in love with Alan Graves?
I don't know.
I
I'm
don't-
not in love with him. I'm not a
understand
fan.
it.
I'm not a fan.
I don't
I
understand it. I'm
agreed with
watching
your
it.
assessment when you called him George Niang 2.0.
Yes. I don't. He seems slow. I mean, he seems like just a rebounder, I guess, but I don't see it. They got that brother in like a top 15 pick. I'm like, what?
He's being compared to like Boris Diaw. Now, you wouldn't look at Boris Diaw and be like, yeah, I need to have that guy on my team. But once he's on your team, you kind of recognize all the little things that he does to contribute to winning. So
We could use a Boris Diaw right now.
yeah, like I listen.
Like
I'm
a
not
Nick-
saying
a Nick Batum.
I'm not high on him, but I've watched him maybe once or twice. I can't say I watched him a lot. But when I did see him, it was like, all right, he's not a bad player. Like he's a decent player. He's got talent. Um, listen, if he becomes a Boris Diaw, that's a great.
Yeah.
To me,
How
that's
old
a
is-
great comparison.
How old is he?
I don't know.
I'll look it over now. He is.
He's 19.
19.
he
He's
must
about to
have
turn
been-
20.
He's 20. He's about to turn 20.
Yeah, I like him. He hit the big shot against Kentucky in the tournament. I think he has a high IQ for the game, but I'm just not a huge fan.
Yeah.
Uh,
Let me ask you a
I think
question.
they're-
If he drops and Yaxel drops and they're both there at 22, who would you take out of those two?
I'd take Yaxel. I'd probably take Yaxel. The upside is just a little higher with the Yaxel.
Kobe, you have thoughts on Chris Sinnett?
I think he's super raw. Like we didn't really see what he can fully do at the college level with Houston.
Yeah.
He only averaged 9 points and 7 rebounds, but his profile fits that of, I guess, a pretty solid modern day big. He didn't shoot free throws too well either. He shot 61% from the free throw line in his only year at college. So that kind of concerns me, but he seems to be decent on the glass defensively. He seems to have a lot of skill that we didn't really see. Kind of reminds me of Carl Towns coming out of school. Obviously not as heralded. 'Cause Towns went #1 overall, but kind of reminds me of him in the sense that we haven't really seen what he's fully capable of, which is kind of intriguing, but he's young. I don't know if he'd be able to help the Sixers right away. I kind of see him as a backup big at best in his first few years in the league, and I
Yeah,
don't know how much.
he's intriguing to me. He's like 2 years away, and I don't think Maxey has that. I think we can wait 2 years for him to kind of blossom.
Somebody I'm really high on is Isaiah Evans. I know everybody wants a big, and you got Terrace Reed out there, Okafor, but I like Isaiah Evans a lot. I like a couple of wings,
A
Swain.
Dookie?
Listen, I was watching his highlights. I didn't realize how athletic he actually is.
I look
Is he-
athletic in highlights. I've noticed that. Like,
He can finish with both hands. He gets above the rim. Defensively, he plays with a lot of effort. Like he plays with a lot of passion, which I like, a lot of energy, and he can shoot the lights out. Like he's a guy
so would
that
you rather have a? You sound like you would. Just from our chat and what you're talking about now, you would have a wing than a big.
I think they need. I mean, Dad, I think you brought up a good point in saying that there aren't a lot of bigs out there in the NBA, which I don't know if I don't know if I agree with. Maybe I do agree with that, but
I'd say there are more. You could easily get a wing more than you can a quality big man in the NBA. So like, yeah, we could probably get like a Bogdanovich, to be that wing, to be the shooter that Isaiah Evans could be, right?
you don't
If you
think
have
he'll
a
be a
chance.
liability on like
Yeah,
Bogdanovich?
yeah, listen, there's not going to be a perfect player. I'm just saying that it's a lot easier to get yourself a wing than it is a quality big man in today's game.
Okay.
So if you have a chance to get a quality big man, I'd probably lean towards that in a draft versus a wing. But like, listen, at 22 at this point in time, it's like, all right, we need so much. Who's the best player available? And you probably just go that route.
Yeah, that's a good point. That's a good point. Whoever that is, wing, big.
Yeah.
I think if I didn't like the wings as much as I do, that could fall around 22 and like Dalen Swain, I would be more inclined to take a big man, but I really like Swain. If he's there, I think the Sixers have to grab him. I do like Isaiah Evans a little bit, but I don't know if I would take him over a Terrace Reed or like I don't know, even a CNAC. Maybe I would. I probably would take him over a CNAC. So I mean, it's we need both. Like that you said that we need a little bit of everything. So you just kind of gotta, and they also do those interviews with the players. They get to know their character. That's something we're not really taking into account. Like, I want somebody that's gonna mesh well with Maxey and VJ and the new culture that's brewing in the Sixers organization. So I mean, hey, if a wing fits that mold more than a big man, you should take that player, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But
Yep, that's fair. That's
So
fair.
you guys watch more college basketball than I do. Give me a player if that's in like the 22 range that if the Sixers took them, Troy would call for the GM to be fired, even though he's only been there a month.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't want Henry Vassar, who went to Carolina,
Oh,
and
really?
I liked him at Carolina, but I don't want him on the Sixers. I don't think he's the right type of player that we need. We need someone who's a real dog, no matter what
Give me a
position
comp.
it is.
Give me a comp for him. I've never seen him play.
Henry Vassar, what's the comp for him?
John Concact.
He's a new age. No. I'm not even going to ruin his name like that by saying he's like John Concat. He's a good big. He could stretch the floor. He would be a good stretch five. I don't think he could play the four. He's 7 feet tall. I don't think he could play the four. He's tough. But like I don't see him as a good fit. I just don't. I don't know if there is a comp for him. I can't really think of a comp for him right off the top of my head.
I think his ceiling is really low compared to the other bigs in the draft.
Yeah, I would say he's probably more of a finished product than a lot of other guys.
Kobe, before you give me your who you don't want the Sixers to draft, I'm looking at Dalen Swain. He's built like Magic Johnson. Why is he not like in the top five? In the like, why is he like in the 20s? I've never seen him play, but
It-
I'm looking at his profile and some of his highlights. He he's like a big point guard. He's a huge guy.
Yeah, like he gets downhill really well. He's a monster around the rim. His shooting is something that a lot of teams are concerned about. He shot 36% from three, but it was on a really low sample size. Like I think he only made 33 threes. And he has a really the PHOY podcast was talking about this. He has a really slow release that he's gonna have to work on. He's gonna have trouble getting off his shots. I think they were saying at the next level. So those things kind of scare you about him. And outside of that, I think he's box office. He's super athletic, great potential on both ends of the court. He's something that like you don't see a lot in this draft. Like there aren't a whole lot of wings that do what he does. So yeah, he's box office
And
outside of his shooting. I
you
think.
know who his comp is? I would love him already. Kelly Oubre.
Ew.
That's what they have here. They said
Yeah.
Terrence Jones or Kelly Oubre.
Yeah, like he's
switching
a
up,
good
I
player.
wonder.
He's a good player, and like you say, he gets downhill pretty easily. I wouldn't call him Magic Johnson. Like he doesn't have that type of handle.
His highlights look like he's better than Magic Johnson.
Yeah, I mean those are highlights. Everybody's gonna look great on their highlights. Like honestly, when I look at some of these players, I want to see their lowlights. I want to see what they do bad. There are some websites that really like critique their games, good and bad. And I try to stick with those websites. Um, if he's there, I think the Sixers should probably take him. I would probably take him over CNAC.
Did they work him out? Do you know?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. I quickly saw a list of who the Sixers worked out. I didn't really pay too much attention to it.
Yeah, he might be my
Um,
number one player now. That's why watching his highlights.
um,
I mean, solid wing like that, and Bona takes a next step next year and becomes someone we
Relax.
can
Did
rely
you
on.
say Janai Broom? I'm glad you didn't say that, but
oh,
I
he
don't know.
did. He did say Janai Broom the other day. We had a
Oh,
heated discussion. He was
So
coming
if
at
we,
me because I was like, I don't think Janai Broom's a son. And he was
well, so I
coming at me.
asked him, Chuck. I asked him, do you? Because we were talking about who should the Sixers draft, the winger or big, and I was like, well, they have two young bigs in Broom and Bona. Don't you think that we should bet on them taking another step in their development? And he said, yeah, maybe Bona, Janai Broom. I pretty much gave up on Janai Broom,
yeah,
Yeah,
so do I.
and just which I don't agree with.
Okay.
he does
All right,
not
we'll see.
agree.
Maybe you're right. Hopefully you're right. Is there anyone, Noah and Drew? I mean, excuse me, Noah and Kobe. You guys have anybody that you don't want the Sixers to draft?
No.
I don't want the Kentucky on Jaden Queens. I think he would
Oh my God,
give
stop
me
it.
What
like
about
you got.
Because he's going to be the first pick in the draft. That's why you
what
don't think
about
the
your
Sixers are going to take him.
boy? What about your boy from Stanford, the point guard?
So I haven't watched his tape. I know he's a big time scorer. He averaged 23 points a game. I would be very, 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 very mad if they took him. I would be very, very mad. Unless like everyone that they talked to had in mind is gone and he's like the best player available. But like if like Terrace Reed is there, if Swain is there, and they take that Stanford guard,
I think.
I would
Yeah,
be
I think most of
beside
Philadelphia
myself.
would be pissed off.
True. I might punch a hole in the
Not
wall.
in this
You
house.
just don't want
Not
them
in this
taking a
house.
point guard? You don't
I'm
want
Not in this
them
house.
I might pull you from what was it? 01 Sixers
No, that was
playoffs.
That was 02. 0-2 against Detroit,
Right.
Game 5. Chucky Atkins hit some shot over Derek Coleman. And Derek Coleman, he had his fingertips on the ball, it looked like. And Chucky Atkins hits the shot to win the game.
Yeah.
And
Iverson had
I didn't punch
Iverson-
the wall.
Iverson had
I
a
was
great
just
series.
banging on the wall, and my fist went right through the wall.
Iverson had a great series. That's the underrated series for him
Who did?
against Detroit. Iverson.
Oh, yeah.
He had a great series. Against that team, that was a great team.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with the draft.
You guys want to wrap it up here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we can.
Hold on,
Alright,
I got one
thank
thing
you.
to say. Hold on, I got one thing to say, Kobe.
Yeah.
Can't help himself.
My one last thing. So Troy, remember when we were kids, right? And we were watching, like the Jackson 5 were coming up. Well, they were already established by the time we were like listening
Yeah.
to music. But then Michael, he started like do his own thing. The Off the Wall album came out.
Hmm.
He was still part of the Jackson 5 a little bit, but he was like slowly blowing up. And then obviously when Thriller came out, it was a wrap. They did that Triumphant album. Remember that one?
Hmm.
It reminds me of Kobe doing his little hits on Instagram, where he's doing his own little thing. He's pulling away from the Jackson 5.
Did you see Michael?
No, I didn't see it yet. Is it
It's
good?
Very good. Yeah, it's
I'ma
very
check.
good.
I'll check
You
it
got to
out.
watch it. Hey, stay tuned for the journey.
Well, Kobe, you need to put the cheesesteaks umbrella, get under that umbrella with your hits. I love your hits. I share them. I like them. But you're doing a little Michael Jackson on us. Going solo with your Off the Wall album.
Hey,
No,
do
not
what he's
that
gotta
far.
do.
Not that far. Not that far.
You're talented.
Listen, just bring that Michael Jackson money home. That's all.
Yeah,
son.
bring my. I just want to be part of the entourage. I want to be part of the entourage. That's all I want, Kobe. I don't want it. You don't have to give me money. Just let me just hang out.
I got you.
All right. Yeah, let's get out of here.
Well, with that, we're going to get ready for this draft. Hope you guys enjoy the NBA draft. Enjoy the rest of this World Cup. We'll be back to talk more about it all, what the Sixers do, what goes on with the U.S. men's national team, and the rest of the field at the World Cup. This is the Cheesesteaks Intakes podcast show.
Powered by Riverside.